Namaste parents. Hi children, how are you? Okay, welcome to the next topic. Already we discussed about the digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, excretory system, and we are entering into the next lesson, that is bones and muscles. The bones deals with the skeletal system and the muscles deals with the muscular system. So before we are going in deep to the skeletal system, let us discuss what is the skeletal system. The definition of the skeletal system is, it is the internal framework of our body. If you just touch your body, you feel some hard substance. They are bones. So these bones internally make a framework to our body. Imagine yourself, if there are no bones in our body, can we able to stand? Can we able to lift our hands, or can we able to bend our body? We cannot. Imagine our body we can pack in small lunch box or in a purse. Okay, so these bones, the arrangement of these bones, it is the internal framework of the bones makes the skeletal system. The internal framework of the bones makes the skeletal system. The major parts of our skeletal system are bones, which are the hardest parts of our body. See, you can imagine, just if you catch everywhere, in the face, in the nose, here, in the fingers. If the hard structures or the hard organs, they are the bones. These bones are the main parts of our human skeletal system. So, before going to know about this, what is the use of the skeletal system? There are three main jobs of the skeletal system. The first one is, it helps us to move front, back, or move our hands, hold our hands. So it helps us to move, and it also protects our internal organs, our heart, lungs and brain. It helps us to protect our internal organs. Otherwise, if they are not protecting for the small reasons, for a small bump of our cars or something, we may get damage. Okay, and it is the framework for the internal parts of our body, and also it gives the shape and support to our body. It gives a shape and support to our body. These are the three main jobs of the human skeletal system. So first one is, it helps us to move, and second one is, it protects the internal organs, and third one is, it gives the shape and support to our body. Okay, and now coming to the next topic, these bones are the main parts of the human skeletal system. So these bones, actually children, when we are born, at the time of birth, every human being is having 270 bones. How many bones? 270 bones. But when we grow to the stage of adult, okay, to the stage of adult, a few bones are fused together, and finally the adult body is having 206 bones. How many bones? 206 bones. So make a note children, our human body, adult human body contains how many bones? 206 bones. Yes. And these bones grow in size. Okay, up to a certain age, they grow in size. After certain age, when you are having a certain age, the bone stops growing. And what makes the bones to grow? You know, there is a living tissue inside the bone. What is that living tissue? Substance called bone marrow. Okay, and this living tissue makes your bone to grow. But to grow the bone, we need food and oxygen. The bone needs food and oxygen. But who will supply this food and oxygen to the bone? Because the bone consists blood vessels and nerves. What the bone consists? The living tissue inside the bone consists blood vessels and nerves. So these blood vessels and nerves carry the food and oxygen which is required for the bone to grow. And I already told you, there is a bone marrow, a jelly-like substance present in the bone. It is called a bone marrow, which is very important for the producing of blood cells. Children, we come across many times when we go for blood test. We used to get red blood cells, white blood plates, and sometimes platelets is less the doctor says, okay, when you have any problem. So what are these? These are the blood cells in our body. These blood cells are produced in the bone marrow of the bone. So there are three types of blood cells produced in the bone marrow. They are red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. What is the use of these red blood cells? These red blood cells are responsible for carrying the oxygen around our body. So red blood cells carry the oxygen which is required for all the organs in our body. And white blood cells. These white blood cells makes a immune system strong. It makes our immune system strong. Means what? Immune system means what? It makes our body to fight against the diseases. Okay, it makes our organs strong to fight against the diseases or the diseases, microorganisms which are causing the diseases are going to enter our body. They fight against them. So these white blood cells makes our immune system strong. And the last one, platelets. Platelets are used. And what are the main function of these platelets means? They helps to clot the blood. For example, you have an injury, either by accident or at home, something you may have cut wound or something. The blood is continuously flowing. Okay, so the full blood goes out of your body and your body goes into disorder. Functions goes into disorder. So this blood should be clotted. So the clotting of the blood is the major function of this platelets. This is about the bone marrow. Understood, children? The main part of the bone is bones are the main parts of our skeletal system, and what contains in the bone and how many bones we are having in our adult body. And now we are entering into the skeletal system. So let us now learn in detail what are the parts of the skeletal system and what are their functions. Come on. Okay, children, this is the diagram of the human skeletal system. This is our human skeletal system. The main parts of our human skeletal system are skull, rib cage, backbone, arms, legs. These are the main parts and these are the joints. So what are the main parts of the human skeletal system? Skull, rib cage, backbone, arms, legs and joints. These are the main parts of the human skeletal system. Now let us learn in detail about each and every part of the system. Now the first skeletal system starts with the skull. Skull is the hardest part in our body. The skull is the bony structure that forms the head in our body. It supports the structure of the face. See, if you observe, in the face area we are having the skull, in the head we are having the skull. It supports the face and provides a protective cavity for the brain. Where the brain is located? Inside the skull, in the upper part of the skull, inside you are having the brain. So the skull protects the brain and also the sense organs. Okay, the skull actually are having 22 bones. How many bones are present in this skull area, children? 22 bones. 8 bones that help to protect the brain. Among the 22 bones, 8 bones helps to protect only the brain. The 8 bones together collectively are known as cranium. What is it? Cranium. The 8 bones which are protecting the brain in the skull are called cranium. It is the upper part of the skull. Here the cranium is located. And remaining 14 bones out of 22, 8 are in the upper part and 14 in the facial bones. Remaining 14 bones are the facial bones. These are together called as mandible. What are they? Mandible. The present in the lower surface, that is in the facial region, are called the mandible. Present in the lower part of the skull. The bones of the skull are the hardest of all the bones in our body. All the bones of our skull are fixed. If you observe, all the bones are fixed, but only one bone is moving, that is our lower jaw. Once you close your mouth and open at top, children, or chew your foot, yes, what is moving? Your lower jaw is moving. This is the lower jaw. Okay, remaining all the bones are fixed in the skull, but only one bone, that is the lower jaw bone, is moving. Why do we move? We move this jaw to open our mouth. Why do we open? We open our mouth to eat or to speak. The only mobile joint or bone in our skull is only lower jaw. But The bones of the face have halos. See, if you observe, see in the facial, the skull, you see in the skull area, facial area, see 1, 2, 3, 4 holes you are having. What are they? They are the place. They are called halos. Halo places, holes. They are for eyes, nose, ears and mouth. Okay. These holes are for eyes, nose, ears and mouth. For the mouth. So these you can, in the skull, these eyes, the eyes are protected in these holes, nose is protected here, ears are protected and here, and the teeth are not the bones. Okay, teeth are not the bones of the skull. The skull is the house for the brain and other sense organs. Okay, it acts as a house for the brain and also other sense organs like eyes, nose, ears and mouth. Okay, and do you know, children, male skull are stronger, heavier and thicker when compared to the female skull. Understood? Male skull are thicker, stronger and heavier compared to the female skull. The next part we are going to the backbone. If you observe, you see where the backbone is started at the back of the skeleton from the neck region. It connects the skull. Here they are the hips region. Okay, these are the hips. From the end of the hand it is connected to the hips, and at the top it is connected to the neck. So this is called the backbone. Do you know the scientific name of the backbone is vertebral column? What is the scientific name of the backbone? It is the vertebral column. Why we got this vertebral column? We will come to know later. See, if you observe, there are some bones. See, it's like a backbone. If you observe in the backbone, they are like rings. See, so there are 33 rings. In the front, you cannot able to see, but a backbone. This backbone consists 33 ring-shaped bones. Which shape? Ring-shaped bones. They are called vertebrae. How many bones, children? 33 ring-shaped bones together called as vertebrae. And if you observe that ring shape, if you take one bead, if you take any bead, see, in the middle of the bead you will have a hole, hollow place, and it looks like this. So all the 33 bones in the vertebrae are having like this, and there is a space here to pass the spinal cord. Okay, so this vertebrae protects the spine. We will learn later. Okay, understood? So all the bones, 33 bones are having like this and having a hollow space in the middle to pass the spinal cord. Okay, so all the 33 bones in the backbone are called vertebrae. That is the reason it got the name vertebral column. Column means straight line having 33 vertebrae. That's why it is having the scientific name vertebral column. What is the other name for backbone? The other name for backbone is called the vertebral column. Okay, and it is also called as spine. And the other name of the spine or backbone is called the vertebral column. Okay, the spine runs. So this in the halo, I told you, no, all 33 bones are having a halo space. In the center of the halo space runs a bunch of nerves. It is a bunch of nerves connecting to the neck region. Okay, this bunch of nerves are called the spinal cord. What is this? Spinal cord. That is going in from the beads. I told you, no, 33 ring shaped. From the middle of this 33 ring shaped, as the thread or string is moving from the beads, in the same way the spinal cord runs through these 33 bones. Understood? From the neck region, from the region of the neck to the hips. Understood? These spinal cord is a bunch of nerves. Spinal cord is a bunch of nerves which is connected for giving the information of the whole body's information is sent to the brain. Understood? And these 33 bones, I told you the backbone is made up of 33 bones, vertebrae. And how these 33 bones are joined? Each and every ring, 33 rings are joined with a rubbery tissue. Remember, children, they are joined with a rubbery tissue called cartilage. It is a rubbery tissue called, they are joined 1, 2, 3, 4, all the 33 ring shaped bones are joined together in a column with a rubbery tissue called cartilage. The cartilage helps the bones glide over each other. See, when you are bending like this, they should move each other. And when they are bending back or side or this side, understood? Front, back, to, fro, side. So these 33 bones are overlap or glide each other. So this rubbery tissue helps them to glide or bend. Understood? So the rubbery tissue is attached to 3 bones, which helps us to move our body or bend our body or twist body. This cartilage helps us to bend and twist our back and neck. Understood? It is the vital link between the skull and the rest of the body. Okay. Together with the brain, it controls body functions including movement and behavior. This backbone, this spinal cord controls the body functions. This is about the backbone. Okay, this is about the backbone of spine or vertebral column. And the next one, rib cage. The word you can see, cage. Cage means it holds something. Okay, so what are they protecting? These rib cage protects our heart and lungs. What do they protect? The rib cage protect our heart and lungs present inside the rib cage. Okay, actually these rib cage are having 12 pairs of curved bones. This rib cage is made up of 12 paired. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Up to here 10 and these two are 12. Okay, so 12 pairs means 24 ribs we are having. Okay, so the rib cage is made up of curved bones. If you observe, see, they are in curve shape, not in straight. Okay, 12 pairs of curved bones make up the rib cage, which protects our heart and lungs. These bones are strong and flexible. Why? Because they move to outwards when we breathe in. Okay, when we are taking air, they move outwards to when the chest expands. Okay, when you are taking oxygen, the chest expands and they move out. They expand. That is where the bones are flexible. Understood? 10 pairs of ribs are joined to the spine. If you observe 10 pairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These 10 pairs are joined to the spine at the back. At the back side they are joined to the spine, and at the front you see, back side they are joined to the backbone, and the front they are joined to the one bone. The middle bone, the bone which is connecting these curved bones at the front are called breastbone. What is it? Breastbone. The other name for breastbone is sternum. What is the other name for the breastbone is sternum. Understood, children? So at the back, these 10 pairs of ribs are connected to the at the back side at the backbone and into the sternum or breastbone. Understood? These are the 10 pairs. Then what about the remaining 2 pairs? The last 2 pairs are called floating ribs. They float in the air. See, they have no connection. They are connected only to the backbone, but they are not connected in the front to the sternum. Understood? They are connected only to the spine. This is about the rib cage. Rib cage are having how many bones, children? 12 pairs of bones. What are they shaped? They are curved shaped. And 10 pairs of curved bones are attached at the back side to the spine and the front to the sternum. Sternum is the bone present in the front side in the chest region connecting these ribs. And another 2 pairs of ribs are called floating ribs. Understood? These floating ribs, why they are called floating ribs? Because they are not connected to the front to the sternum, and they are connected only to the backbone, and these bones are hard and also flexible. That is the reason we can able to breathe in and breathe out oxygen, and it is flexibly moving the bones. Understood? This is about the rib cage. Okay, children, in the first video of the human skeletal system, we discussed about the definition of the skeletal system, what is the bone and what are the different types of blood vessels are produced in the bone marrow, and what is skull, what is the backbone, and what is the rib cage. And let us discuss about the arms and legs and joints in the next video. And the recapitulating questions for this part 1 video are, and these are the questions for the recapitulating questions for the part 1. Understood? The first question is, how many bones are present in an adult's human body? Children, adult's human body, how many bones are present in an adult's human body? And the second one, which is the only bone that moves in the skull? Which is the only bone that moves in the skull? In the skull area, all the bones are fixed, but one is moving. What is it? How many ring-shaped bones are present? How many ring-shaped bones? Ring-shaped bones are present in the vertebrae. Vertebrae are having ring-shaped bones. We discussed. Okay, how many are they? Okay, these are the questions for the part 1, recapitulating questions for the part 1. So let us meet in the part 2, children. Let us discuss about the arms, legs and joints in the part 2.